大家好，今日要介紹嘅係 Worsley 嘅一個住所。呢間屋好大，可以放到2張床或者一間家庭浴室。呢間屋用咗採暖嘅地板，有永久地契，廚房仲可以擴展添。呢度無煤礦地質風險，又低水患風險，間屋又大，市場嘅叫價係175千，每月租金預計有750到800英鎊，回報率大概有5.1到5.8%。
Hello, Neho. Welcome to this Facebook video with me, Annie from Lion Rock Properties and Estates. We're looking at this cream property today and seeing what we make of it. The decor inside looks very, very good, but what else is on offer at this property? What do we need to look out for? And as you can tell, it is on quite a busy main road. Now that's good because it means we can get everywhere. So we need to make sure, obviously, inside, is it really noisy or don't you really notice? So let's find out. The first impression is it's a nice light property. Not recently painted, and the UPPC is good. Now, here is the surrounding view. So it is a quite a busy main road. It's also on-road parking. And let's have a look at that roof, shall we? Quite a nice front. Nice bright day today. Because it's an older building where the awning's here, but nothing that we can't look at. Nothing that can't be remedied quite quickly with some paint. Let's come through. So the first impression is nice and light. The flooring is a new laminate, and because it's an older building, you have quite a nice. Let's head in. So you can see it's a good UPVC. Once the door's closed, pretty quiet. Interesting choice of design. She's got a concertina door, so you can portion it off or not. Interesting choice. Well, this one really opens up. Again, you've got the inset lighting, just needs to repair that bulb. Got a nice feel here. It's a completely separate space. Really opens up at the back here nicely. Again, you can hear not much traffic really, even though it's close to the road. It isn't too bad. It looks to have been a good job here. Everything you'd need. And a downstairs utility. So when we're evaluating properties, what we need to do is think, what is the first impression of our renter going to be? But also, what are the big jobs and what are the smaller jobs? So on this property, it is looking to have a new roof within the next 3 years. And so, of course, we build that into that evaluation. Now let's take a look at this as we come through here. So here we have this type of boiler. It's quite a recent brand. It's not one of the best known brands. But it seems okay, only just a few years old. And if you look at the condition here, this is a nice feature. This is simply repaired, so this could be repaired. There is a little bit of replastering that you could do if you were trying to go for the full premium, premium rent, to have the plaster redone. But that's an option. Let's see if that's an indication of anything on the outside. Let's see what's going on there, shall we? So let's head out. So the first impression here is it's a good space. This is a lawn, not a fresh lawn, so there's no maintenance. Now, this extension is more recent. See? Then the older extension, the brick is matched. Now, as you look up here, these are the sorts of things we want to be looking at the roof, and obviously the slate, to make sure that they are the best they can be. We go up through the building. A little bit of vegetation in the chimney, but again, we know we're going to be looking at a new roof. Get those jobs done all together. We'll have a little bit of a look at the front of the roof as we go around, but we're aware that that does need to be done. That's where we had the plastering job, remember, inside, but the rest of the guttering and everything else seems to be done well. A flat roof, we can check that roof when we go up into the house properly. So let's head upstairs. Now, because it's the older style property, high ceilings, okay? So the first impression is a good one here. So this has like quite a slick initial feel of like in a hotel. So that's sort of what they've gone for. Investing in the almost freestanding bath. Quite an interesting choices. But then you've got where this bit's, the finish on there just needs to be redone, and it'll be back to new. And again here, that needs to be redone, and then it'll be back to the proper standard. Let's head through. Again, because it's the older style properties, that means you get features like this fireplace in the bedroom. So very quite pleasant, something unusual and quite nicely done. So what we've got here is, again, because the ceilings have been recently done, plastered, they're just giving it that modern feel with the twist. Now here we go. So let's look down here. So this simply will need, the moss will need cleaning off, checking this flashing down the side, but the rest of that seems to be pretty good. Again, it's just these small things where we just need this to be finished a little bit cleaner, and that'll bring it up to standard. So you have this feel again. Big space here. Because of the lighting up, it is adding a little bit, and there's a pull down loft, so this should come down, which suggests that could be boarded, and a little bit of activity done there. So here, again, the reflective, they're causing something quite nice. So the feel, let's have a talk about the feel here. You can see the traffic, but it isn't too loud once they're closed. You see there. The thing to bear in mind in a room like this is that they're using the best of the light, of course, and giving that feel of almost a hotel style feel. Now what that's going to allow us to do is to look at a premium rental, because when you come in, you have that feeling when you come into the property. And because of the lighting in the extra lighting here, let me show you. Because of the lights, the way they've done that, it does add quite a little bit more to this property, even without the electric light in this hallway. On the whole, we've got a good size, high ceilings, which means you need to bear that in mind with the bills. You need a good quality boiler to keep that water and keep the energy running even with the very high ceilings. And you need a good quality UPVC and the windows. The windows in this property do look to have been done well. We've just identified those tiny issues in the bathroom and on the window where once they're repaired, it should regain its nice look. Let's see, when we go outside the front of the property, let's check out the front of that room and figure out what's been going on there and make up. So in this room, it had a super super sofa. I just wanted to relax in between viewings and just have a really nice on this great sofa. But one thing we have to bear in mind, of course, is once the property is sold on, what fixtures and fittings are going to stay. So because this house was tenanted, pretty much everything's going to go. And so again, it's just being aware that we might have to completely refit the place, or whether it's just going to be down to white goods. So it's just budgeting and allowing for either completely refurbishing something or negotiating a good deal with the vendor. When it's tenanted, of course, they're going to take all that. So we might just be looking back to a kind of shell feel, which means we can start afresh and channel as many of these good ideas. We might want to copy some of these ideas, or again, you can be on a strict budget and make a nice clean lines and clean choices.
我哋喺倫敦、曼城、利物浦、伯明翰提供全面嘅物業管理服務，亦都有幫助海外嘅投資者喺英國置業。如果有興趣嘅話，歡迎你 WhatsApp 或者係上